I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Princess Mononoke by Studio Ghibli. How do you pronounce it? Leave how you pronounce it in the comment section down below. I have only seen a few movies by that studio. I'm scared to say it again because I don't want to say it wrong. But I believe that both Anna and I have seen the same
three, not necessarily at the same time.
Yeah, Ponyo,
yes.
Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle.
Yep.
But we have not seen Princess Mononoke. Mm-hmm. If I'm honest, I don't know anything about it. For most movies, I can say that I at least know what the characters look like. I cannot say that in regards to this movie. I have no idea what I'm going into.
I have seen a still from this movie that involves two of what I believe are main characters. And that's only because I have friends who this is their favorite of the movies from the studio. So that is how I've seen some characters. And it makes me really excited to watch something that is considered a favorite by people I know. When I love the three that I've seen, Ponyo, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, I love those. And so it's like, wow, there's one that people might love more than those. Like, that's really exciting.
I'm a big fan of good art and animation, so I'm excited because every other movie in the same Studio Ghibli, I like the art's been amazing. The animation's been amazing. I am excited. I just looked at how long this movie was, and I'm ready to be along for the ride.
We're hunkering down, ready for 2 hours and 13 minutes and 25 seconds.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm excited and nervous.
I'm also really excited and nervous.
Music's great.
Everything's like a watercolor painting.
Yeah.
A worm monster?
Maybe? Oracle.
Aren't the birds always the first to leave when something's wrong?
Yeah. Or when winter's coming. I love the bottom of his feet are dirty.
It's like you as a kid. Oh, it's getting dark.
That's terrifying.
The demon god. Oh.
It's like controlling it? Everywhere it like steps, it's taking life from it.
Oh my god, please don't kill him. Run, Yakul, run! So if you touch the demon god, it'll curse you.
It's huge. That was a good call, shooting it in the eye.
But now it's going to be more angry.
Yeah, but this guy plays video games.
That's not good.
Oh no. It looks like it's leaving him, right? I'm gonna go to...
So whatever this muck is possibly took control of the god?
Yeah, maybe. Do you think it's a special kind of water? Why? Prince.
But we can rise to meet
It's a great line. Her eyes are clouded.
He has a really good sense of duty.
Yeah.
It's like he understands exactly what he has to do. He's not complaining about it.
This is awesome. This feels like the beginning to like a really great video game. This is so cool. Whoa, look at his outfit.
I like him. He's brave. He's strong. He doesn't complain.
Yeah. He knows what he needs to do.
It's like he has like an air of like safety to him.
Yeah. He feels like a hero.
Oh, that's good. Also, Yakul is really cute. So.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
He's the hero.
I wonder if the mark will like begin to spread. Oh my god. Oh!
Did it give him power? There's no way a normal
Yeah.
arrow could just rip someone's arms out like that.
Whew! Look at how. Whoa!
Oh my god!
It looks like it's spreading. Is he along for the ride? A companion? He's fast.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna tell him? He said he was a priest, right?
Yeah. Damn. That's them. The arrowhead looked like the necklace he was given, right? I like him.
I like him too. We'll probably run into him again, maybe.
The wolves. Who's on their back? Whoa!
What?
Splitting up. Oh!
Is that the mom?
Two tails? Oh! Immortal. What are they doing to the land? You know?
The water's all brown.
Mm-hmm. Badass. I wonder if they are actually immortal. Whoa.
It's kind of cute.
It's like Koroks.
Aww.
They're cute. I like how some are more opaque than others.
Mm-hmm. So cute. Look at this little butt. Did you see them piggybacking? Oh, that's so cute.
Oh. Almost feels like we stepped into a different world.
The wolf.
Tracks. Different footprints. Looks like an anteater's footprint.
Whenever they do wide shots, I feel like it's going to be a jump scare.
Yeah, me too. Whoa. It's reacting to the deer now. The water?
Maybe.
What
the
a...
iron works.
Yeah, do you see all the spokes sticking out of the ground? Keeping something out?
Is that why the water was all brown?
Maybe.
I like Toki.
Me too. I've always wanted to like be called Traveler by someone. I'm conflicted because the wolves are awesome, and I'm assuming the girl on the wolves is Princess Mononoke, and they seem like they're protecting like nature, but these people seem very nice as well. Aw. Uh-oh.
They're pushing all of the gods out.
Muskets.
Is that what was inside of him? Like a musket ball?
Maybe.
I always dislike characters that are so ready to like fight. I'm like, calm down, sir.
Looks like upgraded versions, right?
Are all of them? Some of them don't have legs.
Yeah. Wow. This is heavy.
Because you can't be mad at her. Fully.
What do you think they are? The spirits that we saw earlier but angered?
Maybe.
I don't know if I believe that fully. I don't like the word conquering.
But she's obviously protecting a lot of people and saving and buying their freedom.
Yeah.
And they all seem pretty happy and thankful.
I like how he's getting first-hand accounts. I feel like our point of view is Ashitaka's. Like, he's learning as we are. Aww. I'm so upset. It's like Majora's Mask. It's an uphill battle, to say the least. Oh!
What's she gonna try to do? Just kill all of them one at a time?
Maybe she's not trying to kill them, but to stop their progress. Oh, maybe not.
She's so light on her feet.
Yeah. Oh. What a shot. Oh. That's strength. Wow. Jesus Christ. You just tanked it?
It's moving. What an exit.
Right. Bring him to the water.
The deer god doesn't want to fight back. Every time her earrings move, it creates a high-pitched sound.
Mm-hmm. No.
Please don't eat Yakul.
By the end of this movie, they will be friends with Yakul. Good start.
He's a little nervous.
A little reluctant. That's fair. Love how clear the water is.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They're like, our entertainment's done. We're all leaving. Bye.
Wow.
Is that the deer? Look at the top of its head.
Yeah. It reminds me of the end of book 1 of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Subdue the deer god? They're like, yay!
They just purposely went up there for like a roller coaster
Yeah.
ride.
Wow. Those are the footprints we saw, right?
Yeah, it grows and then as soon as he steps away, it dies. Was that like an offering?
Could be taking life from that and giving that life, transferring the life, maybe. Whoa.
It healed him. Oh. Yakul stayed with him.
The teeth of a carnivore. Wow.
Blind.
The face is unsettling.
I was about to say, I feel really bad that the face is creeping me out.
Holy shit, dude.
And she can aim it, so get rid of their leaders and they fall quickly.
You just hate to see war.
She's fighting the wrong enemy, but who is the right enemy? I love the women that live here. I love it. Yes, you do. Yeah. Oh, Toki. Wow.
What a view.
There has to be a way without breeding more hatred.
How? It's hard to believe words enough will be able to move some of these people.
Did she patch the hole? Oh, I love how the light shining through the tree branches looks.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, but I think that girl that gave it to you liked you. She's not gonna be too happy that you gave it to another girl. They'll do it anyway. They want to try. Is that war paint?
Whoa. The sound design is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I love that you can hear things sparkle and
the
move.
Earrings, the necklace.
I love the war paint.
It's so
I love
awesome.
it. They look so cool.
Just better. Oh my god. Whew.
So they're fighting two battles right now, basically.
Yeah.
The boar's in one area, and then I think the man's name was Asano.
I wonder if they purposely waited for this time so that the forces would be spread.
It's a good plan. I like that plan.
Did that hit you cool? Whew.
Oh my god. He literally grabbed the arrow and shot it out of his own bow. He warned you.
I love his sword. Oh my god. He's able to hold it in his pinky while he fires.
Oh.
What?
You have to be kidding me.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Yes! They're doing this with him because he also wants to save their families.
Yeah. They're friends. See? It was destined.
Oh, I love it because it's so conflicting on, like, you can't fully root for someone.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh no.
Is it not humans? No. Is. Oh. Damn.
He's on no one's side.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
No. Go help. There's so many different sides.
I know. People using different people, but being nice to others, and I'm like, everything's so complex. He got hit.
He got hit, yeah. How do you find
Find her.
someone? There. Fight.
Do you see that right there? It's one of the branches.
Uh-huh.
He's smiling. Or is it the deer god? It's really interesting seeing the shot of the branch. The Nightwalker.
I love that.
What is that? It's killing everything.
What does it turn into without the head?
Is it a demon?
Everything it touches is gonna die. Look at how much it's spread.
And a promise made to Toki needs to be kept. You killed the god, but what do you do once it's like this?
Look at how it's spreading.
Oh, and it's all turning into hands. Its head.
Oh.
Moro's head moved.
What a visual.
Is it trying to retrieve the head?
Yeah. Thanks to your lady. What are you to do? You just gotta get the head back to it, right? What a great character.
Toki is the real main character. I love her so much.
This could give us what we need, like a reset of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you can live just with the land. How are you gonna stop? Oh my god.
You're now enclosed by it. So basically your only way of survival now is giving it back. Is it growing out its antlers?
Son.
It's gonna put out the fire? It's destroying the ironworks. The stillness of time. I don't see the curse marks anymore.
Soundtrack's amazing. All right, that was Princess Mononoke.
I want to know the direct, like the Japanese that was when she said "I love you," because I always hear that it's sometimes kind of a mistranslation slightly. Like I do know we took Japanese 1, so that means barely anything. But there is "I like you," which is normally used, and then there's like I love you," which is very special. You know. I think it's Aishiteru yo or something.
Aishiteru, yeah.
Aishiteru. And that's like very special.
It wasn't
ski. I heard ski.
Yeah, granted, there could be several different ways to say I love you in either way you mean it. Like Ashitara Yo, I don't think is the only way to say it in a romantic way either. But I understand. I think I understand why you brought that up.
I mean, there's been shows and there's been instances where I've took it as like the very extreme, passionate, romantic I love you.
Yeah.
But it can also be many things. It could be, I really care for you. I like you.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
I could see it in a lot of different ways. I don't think it matters too much because I think the broad truth is they care for each other to an extreme level. And they, even though that Ashitaka is human, she can see past that for him. And
I think it's really interesting that this wasn't like a love story where they're now going to live together as princess and prince and kind of maybe go back. I thought, I get a little bit into it. I thought, oh, maybe they're going to go back to his village together or something. Because I'm sure she would probably get along with his villagers. They seem to very much respect the land where he came from.
Yeah.
So that's where I thought maybe it was going to go. But interesting. He's going to live at the ironworks and she's going to stay in her home.
Which I like that she doesn't have to leave. This is her, like, everything that she's known. She has her family there. And in a regard, like, Ashitaka, like, left his village with, like a finality, like a goodbye. Yeah. They knew, like, he didn't need to come back.
Right. I don't think he left with the I'm going to be back here attitude. And I don't think the people that said goodbye to him expected that either. Correct. Yeah.
I do wonder if there was ever anybody who thought that there could potentially be a sequel.
This feels like there could be, but
not that I'd necessarily want one, but I just I wonder if people had ever desired that due to like the ongoing war with the samurai. And
we're seeing the creation of muskets here.
Yeah.
You know, and like the outing of the samurai and the way of the sword and the bringing in of muskets and gunpowder.
It's very interesting. I definitely agree that Toki was actually the main character of
Toki was this was like a big female empowerment movie. Not just because of Princess Mononoke. Like, obviously, she's badass, she's strong, she's cool, San. But the women of the ironworks, Lady Boshi.
Yeah.
There was a lot of examples of really courageous, funny, but still loving and friendly and compassionate women.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's so awesome.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this was made, I think, in 1997. I could be wrong. But I loved it, and I loved the characters and the dynamics between like the men and women in the village.
And like to hear that all of these women that were there, their freedom was bought by Lady Eboshi. And all of these men are being ruled by Lady Eboshi. They're being like, she's in charge of the ironworks and they respect her. And from the language that was used in some of the dialogue, it seems like the men were very respectful to the women and very like cared about them and vice versa. And it just seems like they were a group of people, a communal group of people that all cared about each other. And that was really cool.
It was. There was so many different like moral sides to try to be on and try to understand. Yeah. Like, I think the default for what we're used to is like trying to pick one or the other, and that's just not
who's right, point. Who's wrong. I need to know off the bat so I know who to root for.
But that's just not the point, right? Like it.
I mean, isn't that the whole? This is like rooted so much in reality in terms of our kind of battle with nature in the way of like, as humans try to keep growing technologically and advancing and spreading out, and there's more and more people. The forest is taken over. It's something we hear about and think about often.
Yeah, and like even at the end scene when the reforestation happened, and you can see it like nature taking back over. Like over buildings and stuff. Like we see that happen,
Mm-hmm.
At one point I wrote, "Dear God, is time?" ? Because like, I don't know, a lot of this movie like really made me introspectively think about death and accepting it, and the fact that Dear God was life and death and could give and choose when to give that to people, seemingly regardless of the circumstance. And it was very interesting, like because from the beginning Ashitaka like was told he was going to die, and
Mm-hmm.
he had accepted that with his mission, but throughout the movie he still tried to find ways to like not like to save himself as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like just the themes of life and death were like so
Prevalent.
deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to rewatch this movie a couple of times to really
Yeah.
even begin to say or even think that I understood what this movie was trying to tell me.
I think my favorite example of possibly starting to get to the root of the Dear God and its powers over life and death is that in the scene where Moro and Okuto were appearing with all of the, rage upon them, all of the anger turning into demons, the Dear God, I think the people said that they wanted life, but he gave them death.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a prime example of the fact that you don't really no one gets to kind of choose when they die.
Yeah.
Some other force decides that. A god decides that. Life decides that for you. And whether you want to live or die isn't always listened to.
Very true. I think that the Oracle said something in regards to what you're touching on right now, and I'm gonna try to find the line. But whatever it was great. I love. If you search for evil with eyes unclouded, that's a great line.
Do you think your eyes become unclouded when you're faced with death and the inevitable of death?
Maybe.
And since he's been cursed and has basically inevitable death upon him, his eyes are then unclouded.
I like that. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. It's hard to find lines since it's a long movie, but like the whole like theme of like, are you ready to face your destiny? Sorry, like it's just like being prepared. Like it seems like living every moment like this it could be it, and like acknowledge that and just live your life steadfast.
How did he come to be so ready to face these things that even people 2 times his age aren't willing to face and think about? Is it like he takes it all in and he takes this curse in and he handles it like with such like grace and kindness, and he chooses to, yes, he wants to lift the curse, but he chooses not to wallow in this fear and sadness over inevitable death.
Yeah. I think the Oracle's line of, we cannot change fate, but we can rise to meet it. I thought that was really great.
It like sums up his character, basically.
Yeah. The themes in this movie are like, there's so many, and it leaves me feeling with so many like introspective thoughts, but also like, holy shit, this is a great movie. It's one thing that's really interesting. I'm used to Studio Ghibli, however you want to pronounce it. I'm used to their works as this is really fluid cutting food animation, and it looks so like you can tell which animation studio was the one who animated this scene by how beautiful the food looks in the animation. To see that used with cutting limbs off was the most surreal experience, because I could like it's exactly what I related it to, like cutting food and like Spirited Away, to literally limbs flying off of bodies, and I was like, this is crazy.
And then the Dear God's Nightwalker form and the kind of way that it globs and
Yeah.
flows like water. Oh,
The art was great.
it's like reminds me of Ponyo when she's running on the waves.
I would love to know the inspiration for a few things, like San's mask and then the deer god's face, because like
It was pretty creepy.
it's very easy to say it was pretty creepy, because it was, to me at least, initially. And I'm wondering what like the historical, if there is any, like
Is it based off of a drawing or depiction
or a
of
character.
a deer god?
I would
in
love to know.
Japanese history.
Yeah. Because I feel like that would definitely, that knowledge might enrich my experience even more.
Are the Kodama real lore, like real folklore or fairy tale in Japanese
I wouldn't be surprised.
culture?
I mean,
or
think-
is this just for this movie?
think about all the, I said a few, but think about all of the correlations you could make to a story like Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, like, you know, like I wouldn't think that they got their inspirations from just Mononoke, but they could have. But
I mean, think about it. Normally, I would say I experience shows where the main character, hasn't fully reached his own potential of being, knowing what he wants, and the way that he just already seems like such a solid kind of built person internally.
mm-hmm.
And I feel that with like Link
Yeah.
in Legend of Zelda.
It's insane to think of all the different, like, I think it might have been very intentional to show that, to overwhelm us with all the different opinions and all the different beliefs of what each faction, I guess, or tribe should do, whether it's humans, whether it's monkeys, whether it's like the wolves, whether whether it's a samurai. There isn't a right answer, but the wrong answer is attacking each other.
Yeah. What is this guy's name again? The priest, the sharpshooter.
I didn't write his name down in the
Starts with
beginning.
J.
Yeah.
It's like really short. I don't want to get it wrong. I said it during it, but now I'm like, oh my god, I'm thinking Jiro, Jiko. It's something with an O at the end.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
But I'm still confused about his character. Like, I started it thinking he was like really
Jiko.
great.
Jikobo, but Jiko, Jiko.
I started to think he was great, and I really liked him. And then I was like, wait, who are you actually, and what are you doing, and why do you not care
Yeah.
about killing the deer god, and you're just doing what the emperor wants you to do? And then to find out that all of these sharpshooters basically threw grenades on top of the people of the ironworks, I'm like,
It was
you're
devastating.
doing this just to give the head of the deer god to your emperor? Like,
He definitely had, like, his eyes on the prize, for lack of a better way to put it.
yeah.
But there's a like little portion of animation when San and Ashitaka were gifting the head back, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just amazing. It was so good. Like that whole like transfer. It was great. Where it's I can't even say. I was gonna ask you, where would you rank this in your other movies that you've seen, but
I think it's too soon to say. I feel like I need to
process
the movie, kind of live with it for a little bit, revel in it, rewatch it, any of those things. I don't think I could rank it yet. I don't even think I could rank the 3 that I've seen.
Yeah.
I love all of them for different reasons. They're like different moods I'd be in to watch them.
Yeah. I love the character design.
Me too. Something I really liked was whenever you are like editing a video or thinking in that way about shots, you're like, okay, how long do I have this on the screen for?
Yeah.
There's always that kind of question. It has to be long enough, but not too long where people are like, okay, when's the next shot,
Yeah.
you know? And there was a few in this movie that it was like borderline about to be okay, you know, but borderline. It felt good because the moments it was used was purposeful.
Yeah, and it felt
was like
deliberate.
Yeah, it felt like I think I said during it was like time passing.
Yeah.
And even though it was just like a still of a landscape, it was profound with the amount of time that it was on the screen for.
I agree with you because like you in a lot of like sometimes in like bad anime they like hold on a scene too long because they don't want to do animation. This was the complete opposite side of that coin because like so many movies I feel like nowadays are so scared to run over like an hour and 30 minutes, but you can use those type of shots to enhance like the vision and like the way that you're telling your story and like thematically, and I think they did that
because it can do something
here.
Emotionally to your audience. I just used the word profound. Don't you want your audience to be able to use words like that?
Exactly.
It's like it had you like really thinking about what was happening there. It was like, okay, everyone take a second and realize like this is what's happening.
Yeah. I don't really have anything negative to say about this movie. It's only positive. I just feel like I need to digest it.
Because there was a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people who are all kind of working for their own reasons and goals and have their own kind of idea of what's important and what to prioritize.
Yeah. I love that the boars were like, that was their way. Like, that was their way.
They were going to go out. They were like, we're not going to just die. We're not going to just run away.
Yeah. We're
going to go out with a bang, basically. We're going to try our hardest, and we can die knowing that we fought.
Yeah. That was such an enjoyable movie. I wonder what it would have been like to like see it in theaters.
Probably awesome.
Animation was so solid. I mean, obviously it is. What Miyazaki, right?
Yeah.
Everything he touches is cool.
So at first, when the branch was placed on the island by San to heal Ashitaka, I didn't quite know that was definitely the case, that the deer was taking the life from that and giving it to him. But now by the end of the movie, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was, there has to be a give and a take of life. Like, I almost feel like the deer wouldn't have been able to heal the curse of San and Ashitaka if it hadn't just killed all those people. It just took a bunch of life, and then it has restored the life and healed the curse of these two people.
I thought you were gonna more specifically say that it had just taken the life of the
Moro and Okito.
Yeah, like because that's 2 for 2, and it was like while it was still in its deer form before it was beheaded.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that could be the case. That was before it died, basically, or took on this death form. So yeah, those could be the 2 lives. It took 2, and then it gave 2 back. Which is a really cool way to think about it. I don't know if I'm completely understanding it correctly. Obviously, I'm not like reading a scholarly journal that's diving into this movie, which might exist.
I hope that Eboshi does build like a good village. I hope that she has like learned how to prosper in a positive way. Not that she wasn't giving people great positive lives.
I didn't know how to feel when she was like, they can take care of themselves. Like, I feel like I needed to take it as she had faith in them. But I don't know. I was like slightly mad at her, but then also slightly like, should I be mad? Is she really acting because saying that because she does really have faith in the women that are at the ironworks? I don't know. That part, I was a little torn.
I was upset
on how to feel about her in that moment. Still a little torn. I'm like, okay, why was she doing all of this? Just because of the emperor, but she's fighting off these samurai at the same time. Seems like lose-lose.
What do you think about like the curse reacting to the deer god? Like, is it like
the curse was reacting to those that it knew and those that it was mad at. It was almost like the curse was Nago himself.
It was like the embodiment of that. Because like you know, like the one guy who was in Eboshi's like secret garden hut who like couldn't move because he had a line like that was talking about his own like rage as well. And I wonder if it's like a general like it brings out the worst negative emotions with you and enhances that and like distills that.
But it's almost like if that's the case, then it brings out in Ashitaka his rage about people hating each other.
Yeah.
He's angry because of people fighting. He's like, why are you doing this? Why are you hating each other? Can't we all just freaking live in peace? Like, that is his own rage. That's what he's angry about.
Did you like that Ashitaka like was really trying to get a feel for the village that he was in and like help with like the work?
I liked that he tried to understand the work that they do.
Yeah. It's just like there's such a great reminder in like a lot of shows that we watch that come from Japan, but like especially this movie that it's like life isn't simple. Like maybe
people aren't simple.
Maybe you should live simply, but the idea of there being a right and a wrong 100% of the time, and there aren't different perspectives and different emotions and feelings that everybody has and beliefs. Like I love being reminded of that fact because it really helps me like appreciate and handle life in general. This movie had me mad introspective, dude.
I think we enjoy content that reflects real life in the way that it shows that every single person is an individual who has their own goals, desires, feelings, thoughts about things, how they handle other people, how they handle bad things that happen to them. Like, everything is so complex. And that's what's so interesting is I don't really know if I like, well, sometimes it's nice to experience something that's just kind of matter of fact, cut and dry. This is how it is. This is good. This is bad. But it's so fun to like take 2 hours of your time to watch something that reflects real life in the way that things aren't simple at all.
It like every time that you just saw the reminders of outcome of war, the death, you know, like just like you hate to see it regardless of your reason or motive. Like I just hate being reminded that,
like, if you think of those samurai before, like, it might make some sense that they were fighting at the ironworks because their leader, I think it was Asano, wanted a piece of the iron, wanted to be a part of that, wanted it for himself.
Yeah.
But then we remember that at the beginning of the movie, when we were introduced to the samurai, they were killing villagers.
Yep.
Like, poor common villagers. They were taking over their village. They were probably stealing from them and doing a lot of other horrible things other than killing them.
I'm trying to the one thing that all of the village, like different sides all had in common was through war they bred death. And from like the quote earlier in the movie, we cannot change fate, but like is warring with each other changing fate? Is fate inevitable in the sense that humans are going to fight and they're going to die, or is there a way to change fate so that people can die of a different cause, natural? I just hate seeing war.
I'm not going to do any like Attack on Titan spoilers or anything.
Yeah.
But the questions you're asking about are people just meant to constantly always be at war? Is that just inevitable to always be fighting? I believe is questions that I think of when I watch that show
I
too.
agree. I mean, but my biggest sympathy, I guess, with the Ironworks was like they needed food, right? They needed to go into the mountains for like food. So like I was like, okay, if you can't live and you need food, that's understandable. And there's that line that you need to be able to like survive yourself and care for your village, but also like don't step too far. Don't take too much. Take what you need.
Take what you need from, I think that's been a rule of the forest almost, to take what you need. And like if we think about practices that happen now, if you cut down a tree, you plant a new one. Mm-hmm. You give and you take. Or you take and then you give back, rather.
This movie like had me like trying to like work through my fear of death. Like I was this movie.
I mean, I feel like Spirited Away has a similar element of facing kind of life and death, afterlife.
I love this movie. I feel like I have to sit with it for like a day or two to really like gauge my overall opinion. I'm honestly probably gonna watch it once or twice.
Yeah.
More.
I think compared to like, I know I'm not like ranking or anything, but compared to something like Howl's Moving Castle, I think I understood what was happening the whole time, basically, for this movie.
Yeah.
Where Howl's Moving Castle is a little more like disorienting. You're not quite sure sometimes if you know exactly what's happening. And I remember after the first time I watched that movie, I kind of like looked a couple stuff up on my phone to like see explanations of things that had happened.
Yeah.
What I had just witnessed. And I loved it because it was like a poem. Like, I studied Shakespeare in college and poetry, and you have to dissect it. You have to break it down to fully understand exactly what is being said and what is happening. And that's how I felt with that movie. And this, it was like equally as complex, but I feel like I definitely understood what was happening. My only question marks are on why certain people felt the way they did or acted the way that they did.
I agree with you, and I also think like going back to like Shakespeare-esque, like the more you dissect it and see what the intent was in writing, the more you can potentially appreciate it. Mm-hmm. The thirst to possess heaven and earth is what makes us human. A lot of humans have that belief and trait and desire when they get the chance to actually reach for that and control that. Mm-hmm.
And doesn't he call the emperor the son of God?
Yeah. I just... Maybe the thirst to possess heaven and earth is what makes us human, but just because you have that thirst and that's human nature doesn't mean you have to go for it.
Act on it.
Yeah. Maybe it's to control that thirst. Maybe it's to relate that thirst and understand everyone has it, and then choose to control that urge and push forward in a more positive way. I don't know.
I think really the thirst is probably, in my mind, or more like a reality to me, would be the thirst is for life.
Yeah.
To stay alive. To avoid death. And to be able to control that. Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to put it, because I think that is human nature. Everyone, I think, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm afraid of death occasionally. And like the thought to control that, I would be lying if I said was not like enticing. Oh, if I could live forever kind of thing. But the beauty in life has to be that it comes to an end at some point, and that you don't control that. This movie has me rethinking life and death, dude. I love this movie.
Okay. Good movie.
Good movie.
Good suggestion. Thank you.
If you have any other suggestions, please leave them down below in the comment section.
And hopefully they are just as good.
You good? Mm-hmm. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you next time.